what we would collect from Beauty League's final season if we were with the Minnesota Hockey Hall of Fame. If you don't know, Beauty League is where collegiate and professional hockey players from the great state of Minnesota play in the offseason. The hockey's great, the rules are different, and the tickets are cheap. But after 10 years, the league's gonna be hanging up their skates for the last time. So this is what we would collect to document this unique piece of Minnesota hockey history. The obvious choice would be to collect a couple of the players' sweaters, but sadly, that is not an option. Because the league donates all of their profits to local hockey and youth charities, and one of those sources of profits comes from auctioning off the sweaters at the end of the season. But these hockey sweaters are special because the names are interchangeable. Since you can slap any name on any jersey, we will collect the nameplates to document the casualness of the league. Since players are only given sweaters and socks, they have to bring their own helmets, gloves, and breezers, which means you can play the very fun game of Where Are They From? Of course, that info is available on the lineups they hand out before the game, but this is more fun. So we would also collect those hockey socks as well, which probably stink. And since hockey is infamous for its horrendous stench, we would be professionally obligated to preserve the funk as well. The league's rules are a little different so that 3 games can be played in one night, reduce injury, and make things more fun. For instance, if a game ends in a tie, it goes to a shootout. A simultaneous shootout involving multiple pucks and the first team to score 5 goals wins. So if there is a tie this season, we would obviously collect one of those pucks. There is still plenty of time to catch a game with the Beauty League, but if you do, we have some advice for you. Don't skip the main event. After the first 2 games, for some reason, quite a few people left, even though this was the game that for the first time had people lining the tunnel in hopes of getting an autograph. During the first 2 games, scoring a goal earned you a polite golf clap. But in the 3rd game, the crowd went nuts. This was the game fans were emotionally invested in. This was the game where we got to see players from this year's draft play for the first time. This was the game where we got to see players who were drafted in the expansion play in their Minnesota colors for the last time. And people just skipped it. Why? Obviously, I'm talking about the women, and it was objectively the best game of the night, and people skipped it. Why? It's like going to a pro wrestling match, watching the entire card, and then leaving before the main event. Who does that? You don't do that, because that is a waste of awesome hockey. Do not waste the hockey. Anyway, hockey's awesome, museums are awesome, and museums should actively collect awesome things like this.